There he is. Biggin. No. Get up. Yes. Get out of there. We got him. Come on. So we are in Seadoo Swamp right now. We are getting ready to head over to Destin, and we got a pretty awesome trip planned. I know I've been trying to target some wahoo, mahi, stuff like that. So we're going out there. We're going to hit some ledges, and we're going to be doing nothing but trolling. We're going to get some good fish. Over here at Seadoo Swamp, went ahead, had Caitlin spool up some 80-pound mono right here on an Avid HX Raptor. Brand new reel that I'm going to be running. And we also got us some Nomad trolling lures. Gonna drop that over down on some amberjack. That looks pretty good right there from Nomad as well. We also got us some hooks, stuff like that. But we're just gearing up. We're about to load the car down, and we're gonna be heading down there for a couple of days. So y'all stick with us. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna catch some fish. So we have just made a run out. We're about 22 miles offshore out of Destin right now. We still got about a mile until we get to the ledge where we're gonna start trolling for mahi and wahoo. But we did just roll over a spot, so we're gonna drop a jig down, see what's down there. 200 foot of water, 183 right there. And we're gonna roll back over the spot, see what we can find. We got a huge clob of stuff down there. Going down with a 250 gram jig, 180 foot of water. Let's see if we can get something to bite. Fish on. Dude, that is dead weight. What is that? It's not fighting at all. Did it come off? Am I just fighting my jig? I think it might have. Nope, he's on there. He's swimming up with it. All right, that's why we weren't feeling him fighting. He was swimming up with a jig. He's going down now. Ah. Did he get my jig? I think something with teeth might have had it. There he is. Come here. I was just about to reset and I paused that jig and he bit. Come on, you got a little bit of weight. Oh yeah. Get up. Don't be an amberjack. Be an almaco. Ah, did he come off? Nope, he's still on. Just swimming fast. Don't be a bonita either. No bonita. It's running out like it's a bonita. We'll use him for bait if it is. Yeah, I think it's just a bonita. Definitely planing up like a bonita. And it is a big old bonita. Come here. Come here. A big old bonita. Get in the boat. All right. Well, that guy's gonna be bait. Go ahead and pop in the cooler. And we're gonna go ahead and make our run and get on the ledge. Kill switch on, let's go. All right, so we got our Avid Raptor we just picked up from Seadoo Swamp, ready to go. First time tossing this thing out in the water. And we just got a bonita pattern trolling lure right there. We're gonna get this guy set up just behind our wash. Let out some line right there. And like I said, we want it to be not too far behind our wash. Once we get a little bit of line out, we're gonna be running about 15 knots. All right, everything's set up, got our clicker turned on. We're just waiting for this thing to go off, and we're gonna troll down this ledge right here. Get anything on the troll, not yet anyways. We're not done trolling around, but we don't want to run all of our fuel out before we get some fish in the box. We're sitting almost at a half a tank right now. I do got some reserve fuel behind me. All right, we're gonna go ahead and send a dead sig down to the bottom, see what we can get. There he is. Fish on. Come here. He was all the way down in the rocks. That's a good fish. Woo. Yep, we got a giant fish. All right, come on. Get him coming up, Nate. That's a bottom fish. I don't think that's gonna be a jack. No amberjack here. Either a good grouper or a snapper. Come here. Come here. He's coming up. Still got some digs. There are sharks in the area. Don't want them to get sharked. Come on, baby, get up. 200 feet down don't seem like a lot, but it is. Especially when you got a heavy fish that's digging on you. Come on. Think that's old snapper? Come here. Good snapper, baby. Woo! Let's go. That is our biggest one of the year. Oh. Boom! 26 miles out here offshore. Oh man, we do want to get some snapper, but we also want to troll around, hopefully get a variety on the day, find us some mahi eventually, wahoo. This guy right here absolutely just wore me out, but that is a good one. All right, let's go ahead and get the grips in them. That right there is a 30+ inch snapper. Got a little barotrauma on it right there. It's all right. This fish is not going back. If he was, we could send him back with our little tool, but man, what an incredible catch out here today in the Seadoo. Sure you don't want to stay and drop a little more? We got that fish shoved in the cooler. We're gonna go ahead and make a run 5 miles back in towards the pass. We're gonna start hitting some wrecks and hopefully find some Almaco. I believe Kyle over here's already got 2 Almaco, a nice trigger fish, which they're out of season. But we're gonna get in there and see if we can find some other species. Kill switch on, let's go. Got to our next location. We are now in 118 foot of water on top of a reef, picking up some decent marks down bottom. We're gonna start off with a jig. I always like to start off with a jig. If they're not hitting that, then we can move on to some dead bait. We're gonna go ahead and head to the next spot. It's about 2 miles from here. We are gonna troll, man, that was a big wave. We're gonna troll the Rapala X-Wrap Magnum 30. Just toss it back there. Should dive down about 25-30 feet. We'll get that set up. All right, we're gonna troll probably about 7-8 miles per hour. Yo, we hooked up. We get, oh, yep, fish on, fish on. All right. Yep, yep. Okay, all right, all right. All right, come on. Yeah, that's a good fish. Good fish. It's a big fish. That is a big fish on the troll. No idea what we got. I'm not running a wire leader either. Come here. Kind of fighting this guy off the side, kind of steering. Oh, what is it? Is that a wahoo? Something that's tail wrapped. It's a pelagic of some sort. Just don't be a tail wrapped bonita. Don't be a bonita. Well, we can all just calm down, y'all. I just hooked the bonita under the gut, that's all. Nothing to see here. Nothing at all. Sometimes you catch good fish and sometimes you get bonita. In this case, we'll just use him for bait. Well, that bonita is all we got on the troll. We are back over some reefs and we're dropping that knocker rig down. Eat it. Give me a good bite. There he is. There he is. Biggin. Biggin. No. Get up. Yes. Get out of there. We got him. Come on. Boy, we have worked so hard for some quality bites today. Come on. There we go. He should be coming up off the bottom now. That's a big boy there. That is a big one. No. I might need that gaff for this one though. My gosh. This one's got to be bigger than the other one. We got leader. Oh, it's a grouper. Oh, look at that gag right there, y'all. Come here. Come here. Oh my gosh. Whew. Yeah, we're good. All right, so this guy, if he was in season, he'd be going to the house. They are not in season right now. They don't come in season until August. We're gonna hurry up, get this guy vented, and get him back down. Hey, y'all, so real simple process here. There we go. We're just gonna go ahead and get that hook out of him. And we're gonna take our venting tool and just prop them up on the seat real quick. And we're just gonna take that venting tool right there. There we go. That's what we want to hear. Those gases release. Then pull that out. We'll set that down. We'll deal with that later. Now we got to get a good release. Come on, girl. There we go. Good kick, baby. Let's go. Boom. What an insane catch out here. I mean, this is why I come to Florida. Never really know what you're gonna pick up off the bottom. Fishing out of Alabama, I just do not have the range to get to where we're able to catch any gag grouper of size. That is my second gag this year on the jet ski that would have been a legal one. So can't wait till August whenever they come in season. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time over here, but Man, so insane. We're gonna go ahead and drop down, see if we can pick up another fish. All right, so I have got a serious question for y'all. Please go to the comments, let me know your thoughts. So we are currently, right now, we're about 20 miles offshore, and we're fishing this reef right out here. As you see, boat pulled up right on top of us, literally dropped down and pulled a fish right off of that reef. And I'm all for sharing, right? I'm not trying to, none of this belongs to me. It's all public reefs, right? However, there are about 20 public reefs within a mile of us right now, and he came in, dropped directly on the same patch that we were on. And there's, matter of fact, there's like 2 patches right out here, another patch. We're pretty much in the middle of this section of reef, right? So I want to know from y'all, is that something that's acceptable? I know in Alabama we have a ton of reefs, actually one of the largest reef systems in the world right there, artificial reef systems, right there in Alabama. So we have a ton. Florida, they don't have as many, but they do have a lot of natural bottom, a lot of private stuff out here that you can find as well. I just kind of want to know y'all's thoughts. How does that make y'all feel when y'all are fishing? Obviously, we're catching fish right here, but we're going to go ahead, leave it, let them have it. I'd rather not be dealing with them in our drift cycle because the current is picking up really, really bad. So we're just going to troll on, maybe find something else. We're going to leave them to it. But once again, comment, let me know your thoughts, because I'd like to know the general consensus on whether or not that's acceptable. So anyways, leave your comments. That was the last fish we ended up catching, that gag grouper right there. Did catch 2 really nice fish on this trip. That gag was probably my 2nd biggest ever landed, so super cool for that. And then that snapper ended up going 31 inches. So catching that guy down there in 230 foot of water, winching him out, that was tiring, but very, very rewarding. Had a great day out there running around on the Seadoo. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and whip up some fish right here. We're gonna be making some snapper, blackened snapper sandwiches, but the key to this is what we're gonna do with this cabbage right here. Now that sun's a little bright, y'all just bear with me. We're gonna go ahead and whip up a honey mustard slaw. That's gonna kind of tie the blackened red snapper and everything together. So y'all stay tuned, let's go ahead and whip it up. All right, we just got some finely shredded cabbage right here. We picked that up in a bag at Walmart. You can shred your own or you can buy it just like this. But we got that. We do got 1 jalapeno diced up. We're gonna chunk that in there. We want this slaw to have a little kick to it. And it's pretty much all of our dry ingredients. Now to a mixing container, we're gonna go in with some mustard. And I'm just kind of eyeballing this, but got us some mustard. Gonna put in some vinegar right here, about a 1/4 cup of that, and got to give us that honey right there to make it that honey mustard slaw. And probably do equal parts this to vinegar. And the thing about that vinegar is it's really going to cut the sweetness in that honey and kind of balance it all out. And of course, we'll just get that mixed up, do a little taste test on it. We'll add, take away, you know, kind of just do whatever it needs. Might need just a little bit more mustard in it, but we'll give it a taste. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. Honestly, I don't think it needs anything. Go ahead, put that down in there. And we'll just take a spoon, get all this nice and mixed up. Now this is best off if you're planning on doing this. You need to make this slaw the night before. The longer that vinegar and all this can sit on that cabbage, the better it's all just really gonna marry all those flavors together. And you want that acid to break that cabbage down just a little bit, kind of take a little bit of that bite, a little bit of that crunch out of it. But that was just about the perfect amount of liquid ingredients to it. We got everything nice and coated right here. And we're gonna kind of let that sit for at least an hour. Like I said, if you're planning on doing this, make this overnight or at least the morning of. Give that vinegar enough time to break all this stuff down and marry everything together. But that's pretty much it right there. We're gonna go ahead and toss this in the fridge. We'll start working on our fish. All right, and now for our fish right here. All we did was take the upper loins from that red snapper and got it to where we feel like it's just about the perfect bun size right there. We're gonna be saving the rest of that fish for a fish fry that we're gonna be doing. But yeah, so we got that right there. And first thing we wanna do is hit it with a little bit of fresh lime juice over the top. Just like that. And that's gonna give us something nice for that seasoning to stick to. And then we gotta chunk that out there somewhere. All right, so we're using our Compass Point Blends Creole blend. Good seasoning company out of Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Gotta support our local businesses around here, and they make an amazing product. So go ahead and dump that right there. We don't have to go light. So I think that's nice and seasoned well. And we're just gonna flip that over and repeat. A little bit of lime, chunk it out in the yard, hit it with a little seasoning, and just like our coleslaw mix, we're gonna go ahead, chunk that inside, put it in the refrigerator, and let all of that kind of absorb into the meat of that fish. While everything's resting, we're gonna rip out our old chimney right here. Fill it up with some coals. That should be enough right there. And good thing, because we're out. All right, now we're gonna take our Blaster 5000. And just like that, we got smoke, so we'll give that just a little bit. Let our coals build up, dump it on the grill, and we're gonna be cooking. Our chimney's looking good, like it's ready to dump. Try to center it up the best we can, dumping that. There we go. Put our racks down. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and lay our cast iron down right over the coals right there. We got 1/3 of a stick of butter. We're gonna let that melt down just a little bit. Once it gets up to temperature, we'll be dropping our fish on. Butter is looking really good right now. Pan's looking hot. Yeah, instant sear right there. That's what we want. There we go. While our fish is going, I'm just gonna kind of set these buns around the grill. And I just want to toast the bottom side. We got a lot of wet ingredients that are going to be coming together, and if you toast that bun, it's going to hold up a lot better, whereas if you don't, your bread's going to get soggy, stuff like that. So we're going to put a light toast on our buns, and we're going to watch our fish. As soon as that color starts to climb about halfway, we'll be ready to do a flip. All right, that's what we're looking for on our buns right there. We'll go ahead and pull all these off. Fish is just about ready to flip. All right, let's go in here for a little flip. Should have a really nice crust. Oh, yeah. Dude, when you got a nice crust like that, you got that separation. I mean, that is just absolutely perfect. And of course, the second one did not do it. I lost some fish right there. Oh, we had one of them right. That's all right, we'll give that one to the wife. I wouldn't do her that way though. All right, we're gonna let this go for about 3 more minutes. Be ready to plate. All right, so our fish is just about ready to plate. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of this slaw right there. We go down on the bun. Get out of there, fly, come on. I don't know how flies been at y'all's houses out there, but they are absolutely horrible here in Mobile. And we're gonna go ahead, like I said, layer that coleslaw down just like that right there. And we're gonna go over to the fish. Should be looking right. Oh yeah. Smells amazing, y'all. Absolutely amazing. So we're gonna go in here. Oh man, that is perfect. And we're gonna put that fish right on top of that slaw. Good separation means it's done. All right, now we got us some good sliced pickles. Gonna give us a little bit of crunch right there. Just gonna lay that right on top of that fish. And that's it, y'all. Let's go ahead and dive in for a bite. All right, y'all, and just like that, we are done. There it is. We got our blackened snapper on some honey mustard slaw, a little pickle, some toasted buns. Doesn't get much easier than that for lunch. Did use that Creole blend right there. Got us a nice cold brew to wash it down. You know we gotta go in for a bite for y'all, right? We'll make this quick because my wife, she's starving right now, so. I just lost half my fish. But that, the fish is superb. But that slaw, when you add the sweet element to that blackened seasoning, and it's not overpoweringly sweet, because that vinegar cut it really, really well. I mean, so good. That is a must make. Y'all gotta make that. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If y'all did, leave me a like, comment on any questions. I don't know what that was. Comment with any questions, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see y'all in the next one.